Michigan winemakers and brewers sold 9.4 million liters of wine and hard cider in state in 2017, up 7% from the previous year, according to state statistics. The data also shows that Michigan products are about 10% of all wine and hard cider sales in the state, up from 9% in 2016. The Michigan Liquor Control Commission tracks wine sales through collection of the state's wine tax. In terms of licensing and taxes, hard cider is treated the same as wine in Michigan. Below is a database that allows you to look up the amount of wine and cider produced and/or sold in Michigan by individual businesses. By looking up by county, you can see a ranking of the businesses by amount of wine and cider sold. The big caveats about the numbers. This only includes wine sold in Michigan, which means it doesn't reflect total production at businesses that sell their products outside the state. For places that serve drinks by the glass, the numbers do not include sales of wine or cider not produced in-house. Michigan wine/cider made and sold in state business city. All cities: Ada, Adrian, Allenson, Alden, Allendale, Alma, Alpena, Ann Arbor, Armada, Oak, Russ, Auburn Hills, Bad Axe, Bangor, Bark River, Broda, Battle Creek, Bay City, Bel Air, Benton Harbor, Berrien Springs, Beulah, Big Rapids, Birmingham, Boyne City, Broman, Brooklyn, Buchanan, Canyon, Cedar Springs, Simmons City, Charlevoix, Charlotte, Sheboygan, Chelsea, Clare, Clinton Township, Coleman, Coloma, Commerce Township, Comstock Park, Conklin, Constantine, Crosswell, Dearborn, Decatur, Detroit, Dexter, Dorr, Douglas, Dowagiac, East Lansing, Elk Rapids, Ellsworth, Escanaba, Farmington, Fenville, Fenton, Ferndale, Flint, Flushing, Fort Gratiot, Frankenmuth, Frankfort, Galene Garden, Germfast, Gladwin, Glen Arbor, Grand Haven, Grand Lech, Grand Rapids, Granville, Grand Grass Lake, Greenland, Grosse Ile, Hancock, Harbor Springs, Harrison, Hart, Hazlet, Hastings, Hazel Park, Highland, Holland, Howell, Hudsonville, Indian River, Ionia, Irons, Ishpeming, Ithaca, Jackson, Kalamazoo, Wadden, Kingsford, Lake and Lake Leelanau, Lake Orion, Lansing, Lapeer, Lawton, Leroy, Lexington, Lowell, Ludington, Mackinac City, Manistee, Maple City, Marine City, Mason, Matawan, Mecosta, Memphis, Menominee, Midland, Milan, Milford, Montague, Morley, Mount Pleasant, Muskegon, New Baltimore, New Era, New Hudson, Newaygo, Niles, Northport, North Philomena, Onsted, Osseo, Oxford, Paw Paw, Pentwater, Petersburg, Petoskey, Plymouth, Pontiac, Portage, Reed City, Resort Township, Rochester, Rockford, Rogers City, Romeo, Rose City, Roseville, St. Clair, St. Joseph, Saline, Sault Ste. Marie, Sawyer, Shelby Township, Shelby, M.I. Smiths Creek, South Haven, South Lyon, Sparta, Spring Lake, St. John's, Sterling Heights, Stevensville, Suttons Bay, Tecumseh, Temperance, Three Rivers, Traverse City, Utica, Warren, Washington, Watervliet, Wayland, Wheeler, Whitehall, M.I. Williamsburg, Williamston, Wixom, Wyoming, Ypsilanti County, all counties: Allegan, Alpena, Antrim, Aranac, Berry Bay, Benzie, Berrien, Calhoun, Charlevoix, Sheboygan, Chippewa, Clare, Clinton, Delta, Dickinson, Eaton, Emmet, Genesee, Gladwin, Grand Traverse, Gratiot, Hillsdale, Houghton, Huron, Ingham, Ionia, Isabella, Jackson, Kalamazoo, Kent, Lake, Lapeer, Leelanau, Lenawee, Livingston, Macomb, Manistee, Marquette, Mason, Mecosta, Menominee, Midland, Monroe, Muskegon, Newaygo, Oakland, Oceana, Ogemaw, Ontonagon, Osceola, Ottawa, Presque Isle, Saginaw, Sinellic, Schoolcraft, St. Clair, St. Joseph, Van Buren, Washtenaw, and below are some more fast facts about wine and cider sales in Michigan, courtesy of state data and a 2017 study commissioned by the Michigan Grape and Wine Industry Council. 1. In 2017, Michigan wine and cider sales equated to about 9.7 liters of wine and cider a year for every Michigan resident, regardless of age. That equates to about 65 5-ounce glasses of wine, up 2 since 2015 and 17 since 2007. Although 90% of the wine consumed in Michigan comes from out of state, Michigan-made wine is a growing part of the state market. 2. Wine and hard cider are about a $2.1 billion business in Michigan. The $2.1 billion number includes the production and sale of Michigan wine, as well as wholesale and retail sales of wine made outside Michigan, according to the study by the Michigan Grape and Wine Industry Council. About 28,000 people have jobs directly as a result of the wine industry, which includes wholesale and retail jobs, according to the study by the Michigan Grape and Wine Industry Council. Among those 28,000 jobs, about 2,000 people are employed by Michigan vineyards, wineries or cideries, the study estimated, and another 4,000 are employed by tourism related to Michigan's wine industry. The study estimates there are 252 vineyards in Michigan. 3. It's hard to separate wine and cider production. Because Michigan treats wine and hard cider the same in terms of taxes and licensing, the Michigan Grape and Wine Industry Council said there is no specific data on cider production. However, the industry estimates there are 30 cideries in Michigan compared to 208 wineries. 4. Wine tourism alone is a $244 million industry, according to the Michigan Grape and Wine Industry Council. From the industry's 2017 analysis, wineries and vineyards are an attractive destination for Michigan and out-of-state visitors. These visitors not only create business for the wineries and vineyards they visit, but they also spend millions on lodging, food, transportation, and other retail purchases. The study estimates that about 514,130 people made over 1,692,660 visits to Michigan's wineries and vineyard. In addition to spending in the wineries and vineyards on wine, food and events, these people spent an estimated $252.7 million in other parts of the Michigan economy. The economic activity created by these visitors generates about 4,042 jobs, paying about $88.6 million in wages, and contributes $243.8 million in economic activity to the state, the study estimates. 5. Although beer remains much more popular than wine, Michigan beer sales are going down even as wine sales are going up. Michigan residents drink almost 4 times more beer than wine, even adjusting for difference in a standard serving size, 12 ounces for beer compared to 5 ounces for wine. About 25.2 gallons of wine and hard cider were sold in Michigan in 2016 compared to about 192.9 gallons of beer, according to the Michigan Liquor Control Commission. However, beer sales are trending down even as wine sales are trending up. Michigan beer sales peaked in 1991 at 218.5 million gallons, and the 2016 annual per capita sales of 19.4 gallons per resident is the lowest since at least the 1980s. The good news for Michigan's beer industry: just like wine, Michigan made is a growing share of the market, and Michigan craft beer sales are increasing. Meanwhile, wine consumption in Michigan is at an all-time high. The number of gallons sold has increased 34% over the past decade, from 18.9 million gallons in 2007 to 25.2 gallons in 2016.